Yo, this is your sign to recommit to yourself. Oftentimes in life, we can feel like we've been slacking or we haven't been staying on ourselves, like and working towards achieving our goals and stuff. Maybe we've been like on our phones more, just scrolling, mindlessly scrolling, instead of like working on our goals or writing stuff or just getting stuff done that we know needs to get done. And this can range from like days to like weeks, maybe months, years, even longer than that. I just wanted to say, like, it's never too late to reset and recommit to yourself. And so when I was younger, I was in like this youth program, and every year we would have this ceremony called the recommitment ceremony, where basically, every student, every scholar, we would get up, we would have something written, basically, just recommitting to, trying our best, recommitting to ourselves, recommitting to the program. We would probably talk about different challenges we faced or stuff we going through, but also our goals and stuff that we're committed to, and it's just recommitting like to the program. And off of that, like I was saying, I feel like we should just recommit. A good thing I think we as people should do, or as individuals, is recommit to ourselves. You know, because we may have like dreams and these grand goals and things that we want to do and want to accomplish. But then, life happens, life happens, whatever it may be. That kind of seems like we're in a rut, or maybe we're down spiraling, or it's like maybe we like feel bad. Something that often happens to me is like I like feel bad for no reason. Sometimes I don't. I just feel like melancholy sometimes, or just like sadness, seemingly for no reason. And then it's like I don't even know why I'm feeling this. And then it's like I feel bad for feeling bad. It's like I feel bad for not knowing why I feel bad. It's like a downward spiral type of thing. It's like, but it's like, you know what? For me to combat that, I like recognize it. First of all, I allow myself to feel however I'm feeling, you know, and I recognize it, and recognize that, man, I haven't really been following my goals recently. I haven't really been consistent. I haven't really been working out. I set this goal of losing weight or gaining muscle or working on my abs, whatever, da da da. And I know to do that, I gotta be consistent, um, this many times out the week. But yet, this a whole week went by, and I ain't even do none of that. Like, and and I think the key here, one key here is not to be cynical of yourself. You don't gotta self criticize yourself in like such a negative way. You can take accountability and be like, yo, like this past week, damn, like, I ain't even work out. I have this goal that I want to lose weight, whatever, but I ain't even work out once this week. Like, I know I can do better than that. I know I can do better than that. Having that kind of like positive reinforcement, positive talk with yourself, as opposed to like, man, like why can't I ever just do it? Like every time, like, I'm never going to lose weight, or like every time I start something new, I try to lose weight, or try to start this new program, I always get down on myself and just stop for whatever reason. Da, da, da. And it's like I'm telling you, I recommend that is not the way to go. That is not the way to talk to yourself. Almost like you have when you have like a child. I don't have kids, but would you, if a child messes up, would you like talk down on that child? Like if a child got a F on a paper, or maybe they were in a race and lost the race, or maybe they dropped something and broke something, or whatever it may be, and that child messed up, would you like really be like very like cynical and negatively criticize that child? Like you, like, why did you break it? I told you not to break it. You're never gonna be anything in life. Da, 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 da. Or maybe they failed the paper. It's like, you got an F. Man, you're not my son. Or like you really gonna disown your child? Like, or would you be like, I understand it's just tough. Maybe you. I see these questions you miss. You know what? Let's go over these questions. Let's reset. Let's look at where you went wrong or where you can improve and do better next time. You know, a loss is a loss, and you know things happen. Um, you may fail from time to time. You know, you win some, you lose some. Um, Obviously, we want to work on you winning most of the time, but you know, if you have a loss or a setback, it's a setback. You learn from it and keep moving forward. You don't dwell in that loss, that setback. Keep moving forward. And it's like, just in the same way you would have that like with a child, or just anybody for real, but especially like a child, why would you treat yourself any different? That's basically what I'm saying. Basically having grace for yourself and being accountable, you know, taking accountability for yourself, you know, but it being not in a cynical way. If you're cynical about yourself, like you literally control your reality, you know? And it's like, I always say it's like, well, it's the common quote, you know, like as a man think of like, if you think you're gonna fail, chances are you're gonna fail. If you think you're gonna succeed, chances are you're gonna succeed. It's like, and then even if you think you're gonna succeed and then you fail, are you gonna now change your mindset to, oh, I thought I was gonna succeed, but I just failed anyway. I'm just a failure. I'm not gonna win anyway. It's like, no, it's a constant thing, that mindset, the growth mindset, you know, and yeah, it's not too late. It's never too late to reset, to recommit to yourself, you know, to start over, you know. Maybe you were, for example, let's say you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to do cardio every day. You're trying to run and do weightlifting. And he's like, okay, I want to lose this many pounds in this month or in 2 months or whatever. And you set the goal of yourself, like, okay, I'm going to work out 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, every weekday. Da, 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 da. So that by the time the month comes, I should be able to lose that amount of weight by this time. Da, da, da. Let's say you do the first week, and let's say you do the first week and you was consistent, and then the second week you only did 1 day, or maybe you did 2 days or 3 days, whatever. Sometimes maybe it's like, you know what? So at the end of the day, I feel like it's about consistency. I feel like it's okay to change your strategy, even if you don't do what you originally thought that you could do, which is 5 days a week. Maybe you could do 2 days a week, and let's say for a month you're consistent. You do work out twice a week for a month. Maybe you don't hit your goal, but you still lose some weight or whatever your goals was, but it's just a little bit slower. But but maybe that feels more in alignment with you. Maybe instead of 5 times, you're like, maybe you don't gotta go as hard. Just think about that. Consider that. Maybe you don't have to go as hard as you think you need to go, or as you want to force yourself to go. You know, still be disciplined and stick to stuff, but it's like consistency for stuff like that. Consistency is the main thing. Sometimes, you know, it's not about quantity. You know, they say it's about quality, but also consistency. Sometimes it's just being consistent. Even if you just work out 1 day a week, say, okay, for this whole month, I only worked out once a week. Okay, next week I still want to get to 5 times a week, but you know what? I'm gonna go up to 2, and then do that for a month. Okay, I'm gonna go up to 3, and okay, and then do that for, you know. And it's like, I feel like having a good foundation is important. Sometimes building your foundation takes time. Oftentimes, building your foundation takes time. I know we want to achieve those like grandiose goals and just be there already, you know, and doing what we think we should do to get there and putting in so much work. But maybe there's another way that's maybe slower, but it's consistent and it's strengthening you slowly, you know. And so yeah, that basically, there's a lot more I could say, but yeah, recommit to yourself, you know. And you can do it. You can find however it works for you. All I'm doing is showing what has worked for me. You know, the purpose of this whole channel and everything is to share my life experience with and lessons I've learned and give advice to y'all about stuff I've learned. You know, so But yeah, yep. It's never too late to reset, to recommit to yourself. It's only too late if you believe it, you know? So don't believe it. Believe that you can always reset. Always try your best, and try to stay disciplined. But if you need to reset, if you need to take a step back, take a step back, you know? And don't feel bad about it. So, but yeah, that's all for now. Peace.